All right, Grand Rising, everyone. It is Shalonda O'Shea Seeking, and I'm back. And I've calmed down a little bit, okay? I've gone into more of a low-key, chill vibe here, all right? So we're going to go ahead and read the Book of Psalms. And it's funny because I was just writing in my journal. You know, I don't know. I guess it's just really healing. I had taken one of my journals that I made. I've been eyeing them for a minute, the Galaxy journals. And, I started to write down little things in here just to get things out. And then I was thinking to myself, right? Because we pulled anger earlier and these things. And I'm like, you know what? Something just really needs me to slow down real quick and take a second look at something that's going on here. Okay? Because I think something's actually trying to show me something. Like, I'll tell you what I feel. I sense that the earth and the people, okay? I feel that the people are crying out, right? That they're pointing to the heavens in a sense, though, because listen, okay, just like they say God can do miracles, right? I mean, God does, can do all things or whatever, but then they also say that, Satan can do these things too. And, they're saying like Satan is ruling things from heaven, right? So it makes me think, but it has to be a source energy. They're feeding off of God. They're keeping God in a stagnant position in the center of the garden, right? Or that God energy, that the feminine essence of God, and feeding off of it or off of her, okay? And I feel like I said, there's been this luring energy around, okay? Like the first year of the awakening or ascension, everything was just immaculate. Like it just felt so good, right? There was a lot of confusion or whatever for me tapping deeper into my gifts and accepting that I had these gifts. But for the second year, it was maybe more fun or whatever. And it was maybe more, but a lot of more confusion and things like that, right? So it made me think about 40 days and 40 nights. And, if when it comes to thou shalt not tempt the Lord. And so it made me think like, there's just this sense of crying out, from the earth or from the people. And like I said, I don't know about everybody and everything, but I know, justice, okay? But I do know one thing, that there's just like been a lot of confusion. And so today I had to slow down and just say, why is this? Because it took me back to the fact that God, right? That it says that God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. All right. And so it made me think, who's being attacked by this energy that's being perceived to be erratic and chaotic and things like that. Right. Okay. So we have temperance in reverse. So it's like taking whatever that is out of the conversation. So I was wondering, like, dang, with thou shalt, okay, then we got the lovers. All right. And then we got but we got David in reverse. That's the first time I probably ever seen this card in reverse. The Four of Pentacles. But I think that now, okay, we got a King of Swords in reverse too here. Okay, I'm thinking now from seeing this, though, that this is the energy of the two energies, okay, the two feminine energies that were being kept in the dark. All right. I was looking at something because, like I said, with phenotypes and stuff like that. So I was thinking about something like, the alpha and omega, beginning and end. But it made me think about a group. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when it comes to like children, like your first child, like being offered up. You know what I'm saying? Or how they would say, children 2 years old to be slaughtered. So I just started thinking about this kind of energy here, and how I was under the impression. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I was just seeing something kind of differently. And I think it maybe I seen it a little bit more correctly today. Okay. But this is very strange. This is because it's almost like dealing with the energy here of lower and higher vibing energy, but the same particular beings here. All right. So Again, it's just very cunning and crafty what's going on here. It's almost like, people saying that they're going to help and then they don't, and this and that. So it made me think, like, I was reading here and it said, why do you hide us, why do they hide us thyself in times of trouble? Okay. So I feel like that energy again, I feel like earlier I said my piece here. Okay. and and then I also feel like too, like I said, just dealing with angelic beings, guides and God and, you know, all these different energies. It's like, it's like somebody is trying to slip in next to somebody else to cause confusion. So again, the energy of the caduce, it keeps coming up lately. Okay. Um, Yeah, and it made me think about like even how like on a global scale or on this world scale how they're talking about this particular, again, this channel, talks about, again, okay, let's say this is not your mama's Bible study, all right? And I'm never here to tell you what it is or what it ain't. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me. And we look at things as a prophetess, somewhat psychic, a reader, a seer. I'd rather just call it a seer oracle energy here. Um and We're looking at things past, present, and future. And again, the books are open. So, this means that you can tap into energy, tap into even, storylines of family members passed on, ancestors, things like that. Right. And as people leave this plane, when we're talking about the mountainous energies, which are usually the people that have been set apart, or the black sheep or scapegoat or cash cow energy, or the one that was sent for that lineage or that line in order to break these curses. Those are the people that are going to have the spotlight on them, right? And then for a particular, excuse me. And I feel like, yeah, those are the ones that's going to be handling most of the conflict here. So we do have here the Five of Wands here, and it looks like there's some kind of commotion here. So again, this is also energy of those that are in high places trying to persecute or prosecute, okay, those that are righteous, right? Those who call good evil and evil good, okay? So again, it could be looked at it that way, but again, in a certain sense of the living God energy or that Godhead energy, you have to deal with all of those things. But then also to have, okay, yeah. So we have the 4, 5, 6, 7 of cups here. And this is about like foggy judgment, illusions, things like this being spent this way. And I've said I've spent too much time in that. You know what I'm saying? Even with the twin flame journey, being taken down all these paths and roads to be able to see this from a different level here, all different levels here. So yeah, then we have the 5 of swords here, okay, where the person is coming in the clouds and he's holding these swords, and there seem to be 2 men coming towards him with these swords to attack, and he kind of knocks this out of the way here, okay? And then also we have the high priestess here, okay? Okay, yeah, the high priestess here, okay? And then we have judgment. So yeah, definitely. And then we have the chariot here, okay? And then we have a tower moments for someone, okay? And I'm going to stop there. And this is just the spread that I'm going to go ahead and leave out here. All right. So we're going to go ahead and read Psalms 9. And I feel like I was writing these things in my journal when it comes to, again, just dealing with these feminine energies that are in the biblical text that didn't have a voice at sometimes, that have been written down as some way or one way. It may not have been that way, right? Also knowing that this energy is transferable. So in this day, being reborn or whatever we're talking about right now, that there are some people that are in masculine energy, okay? In this path that we're supposed to be taking here to self, right? It is to balance that out, I feel. Okay. So again, with Adam being, again, through my studies, finding out that Adam was or may have been, however you want to see it, androgynous energy here. So again, I feel like this is talking about people that house, it could be having something to do with right and left brain. It could be having something to do with whatever. But what I'm saying is they house this energy. So you can be very masculine and dominant sometimes when you have to. And then you can also be soft and feminine and understanding, right? So even today, having to go through both of those energies here. And I feel like we inhabit them. We all inhabit them. It's just, we haven't learned to do the work in order to seek them out. And I feel like this is why this whole thing about men against women and da 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 da. And, like it just keeps going on and is never ending. But again, I want to go ahead and read 9 here, okay? Because it made me think on a